Okay, so coming on to the next part of the course, now we've seen how we can start creating product images, social media posts, and logos. Now we're going to be seeing another example of how we can start creating thumbnails using Nano Banana. So let's say that you're a content creator, a YouTuber, or a business owner who creates videos, and you want to create thumbnails for your videos, but you don't have a lot of time or money to hire a professional graphic designer or do it yourself. So you're going to use Nano Banana for that purpose. So we're going to be creating a thumbnail for the video title called Best AI Video Tools of 2025. And I've said it that create a YouTube thumbnail using the following figure. And then I gave it this figure image. This is basically a mock-up image of a person that I'm going to be using for the thumbnail. And then I give it this as a reference thumbnail. And then I told it to create a YouTube thumbnail using the following figure. The video title is Best AI Video Tools of 2025. And then I described the target audience. And then I said, use a suitable background, effects, and a bold text font for the title. You can take inspiration from the thumbnail in the second image. Make sure all the elements are aligned in the center. So I gave it this lengthy prompt describing the target audience, the title of the thumbnail, and everything else, and it was able to grasp it. And it created me first this thumbnail, but it kind of changed this subheading, and it misspelled it. So I told it to produce another one, but remove the faster, cheaper subheading. So it removed it, and this is how the final product looked. Now, obviously, this won't be the final thumbnail. You'll have to reiterate and try different variations of the first one and see where it clicks for you. But you can still create many thumbnails like this one. And I'm going to be showing you an example of how we can start creating thumbnails. So let me just copy all these images and this prompt. And then we're going to be creating a thumbnail here. So once I've copied this, I'm going to select the tool Create Images. And, once I've done that, let me select it again. Okay, it's already selected. I'm going to change the title of the video to Best GenAI Tools. Let's say Best GenAI Tools of 2025. The target audience will be the same people. No, the target audience must be changed, actually. So I'm going to change the target audience to the target audience is mostly graphic designers, content creators, I'm going to say business owners, and freelancers, who are interested in learning about GenAI tools. Okay, so this is the prompt, and then everything else will be the same. We can tell it to just make a few changes in the text font. So I'm going to say use a neon green text font for thumbnail headline, and don't add any subheadings. So I'm going to tell it don't add any subheadings. So, it does not add any subheadings like before. So this is going to be the complete prompt, and let's see what it's able to produce. So I'm going to tell it create a YouTube thumbnail using the following figure and reference thumbnail. So you have to make sure that you provide at least one image, which is going to be used as the main face of the thumbnail. It can be your image or any other person. And, you provide a reference thumbnail so you can, grasp how to produce the thumbnail. So this is how it was able to produce the thumbnail. You can also see that the size of the thumbnail is also, a replicant of the actual YouTube thumbnail size. So this is how it was able to, add a subtle glow effect to the mock-up with the background, showcasing different AI tools. Obviously, the logos don't mean anything, but they just showcase that these are AI tools. And it has this title, Best Gen AI Tools of 2025. So it looks good. Now what I wanted to do is that, add a subtle gradient to the heading. So I'm going to tell it to add a subtle gradient to the heading, so I can make it look more attractive and, catchy, because the heading is the first part of the thumbnail that the person sees. So it should look more attractive. So let's see what it's able to produce. Okay, so I said Best Gen AI Tools. So it was able to add this subtle, gradient at the top, which makes it look more attractive than before. So I think it's already added the gradient, so I think it did not add it again. So I think this also looks fine, by the way, so I think it's fine. So this was an example of how we can start creating thumbnails, and obviously as a key takeaway, you should know that the AI models have a few restrictions. For example, when I said that, add a gradient, it did not add it probably because it already had added it in the thumbnail. So these are a few limitations of using AI models, that they cannot fully understand all instructions. So you'll have to make sure that you do not overuse it. Just use it enough to get a reference. And, make sure that you specify all the details of the thumbnail that you want, including the heading, the mock-up image to be used, the reference thumbnail, and, what kind of design and what kind of target audience are you trying to reach. So this is how you'll be able to get better results. So this was another example.